last guest took the hallway with all the easy talk. You stayed by the lamp, pulling pins out of your hair. No music now, just the fridge and your heel against the wood. You asked for water, I brought two like I was buying time with something cold. Funny how a room gets honest when there's almost nothing left in it. There's sound, your chain on the counter. There's sound, ice turning thin. There's sound, the way you say my name when you don't dress it up for anyone. There's sound, no place to hide in, no crowd to blame it on. Just you half looking at me and me already gone. Your lipstick found the rim of a glass I never used. Street light cut the cabinet into gold and blue. You stood there in my t-shirt, checking nothing on your phone. I hated how relieved I felt when no one made it glow. That's my ugly little truth. I like being picked too much. I act like I want freedom and fold that one soft touch. You heard all that coming before I said a word. You always catch the damage right before it hits the air. There's sound, small things get louder when you stay. Somewhere down on Mercer, a bottle hit the street. Somebody laughed too hard, then the night went weak. You sat on the kitchen counter, one knee brushing mine. Said you get real selective with the truth this time of night. I said maybe. You said exactly, and looked down at your hands like they already knew how this leaves. There's sound, your chain on the counter. There's sound, ice turning thin. There's sound, the way you say my name when you don't dress it up for anyone. There's sound, no base to hide in, no crowd to blame it on. Just you have looking at me and me already gone. Then the pipes clicked, the building settled. You leaned in close to tell me nothing. Just your breath and my jaw and that stupid little pause before a kiss or goodbye. I should have asked you to stay. I only asked, what time is it? There's sound. There's sound. You laugh in the doorway. There's sound. Keys in your hand. There's sound. The whole night dropping down to one small thing I still don't understand. There's sound. Morning in the window, grape climbing up the wall. You laughed so quietly, but somehow it was the loudest part of all. Cup ring, cool sink, one earring by the stove. There's sound, daybreak, and your shape still in it, 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 in it. There's sound. Still warm. Still warm. Your side of the bed. Still warm. The cup by the sink. Still warm. in, like I hadn't made that plan. The fan kept pushing warm air through the room and over us. I poured what was left in the bottle and tried to act like that was enough. No big scene, just the curtain and your rings against the glass. You look like you were staying while your whole body said don't ask. You move like water through the room, through my hands, through what I thought I knew. You move like water, cool and gone, right when I started leaning into you. No crash, no warning, just that pull I couldn't stop. You move like water, and I let you feel the parts I should've locked. Your friend called from the boardwalk. You let it ring, then let it die. I hated how good that felt to me. That's the part I never dress up nice. I wanna come until it wants me back. Then I get greedy with the peace. I start hearing forever in the smallest kind of ease. You stood there by the sink light, wearing my shirt like it was yours. Said you only get this tender when you think I'm near the door. I smile like I deny things. You smile like you know. Whole night hanging quiet on the one truth we won't hold. You move like water through the room, in my hands, through what I thought I knew. You move like water, cool and gone, right when I started leaning into you. No crash, no warning, just that pull I couldn't stop. You move like water, and I let you feel the parts I should've locked. Then the power flickered once, and the whole place turned soft blue. You came closer for the first time without deciding if you meant to. No kiss for a second, just your wrist against my chest, and that was worse than anything loud because it landed where I keep the rest. You said, don't make me heavier than this night can carry. I said nothing, which was my way of saying too much already. You move your sandals in the hallway, like you and me wouldn't stay long. Window cracked above the sink, fan just pushing warm air around. Down the block a bottle broke, then the whole street settled down. You asked me for something cold, I handed you the last 2 beers. Your thumb kept tracing water rings like you've done that here for years. No crowd now, no baseline, just a fridge light and your eyes on mine. After heat, everything shows. What was real, what was just close. After heat, you get quiet, I get honest. Too late to hide it. After heat, no one to blame. Not the summer, not the drinks, not the way you say my name. Your phone buzzed once, you let it fade. I hated how that calmed me down there. That's the worst of me right there. I like being picked more than I say. I act like I don't need much, then fold when you leave my way. You stood there in my white shirt, reading nothing in the glass. Said you only want the truth when you think the night won't last. I laughed once, then looked away. You always hear what I don't say. After heat, everything shows. What was real, what was just close. After heat, you get quiet, get honest. Too late to hide it. After heat, no one to blame. The summer, not the drinks, not the way you say my name. Hello on the bathroom sink, cab back glowing on your phone. You sat down at the edge of me like you still weren't going home. No kiss for a minute, just your knee against my leg, and somehow that felt bigger than anything we'd done in bed. You said, don't ask for more, right when I was about to. After heat. After heat. The room turns blue, first train running, right on cue. After heat, you tied your hair back like morning had already called you to it. After heat, I saw it plain, you would never mind to keep. I just got used to your shade. After heat, your half open, your hand there and gone, and me still feeling where you stayed too long. One hoop earring by the lamp, cup ring drying on the stone street, getting louder, sky going thin. After heat, everything cooled except what you left in me. your eyes went and undid it. Morning in the mirror, street wash on your sleeve, door half open, coffee going. Neither one of us said leave. Came in carrying outside, saw on your collar, hair still damp. Left your sandals by the doorway, set your bag beside the lamp. Window open to the side street, curtain moving with the dark. You said it finally cooled off, like that wasn't where we'd start. Two drinks without asking. You took yours, looked at the view. Somewhere down below the scooter, cut the block and then was through. No rush, no reason, just that first breath through the room. You turned half smiling like you knew I'd move too soon. Through the curtains, through your hair, through my guard. First breeze, and everything in me that was loud went soft and hard. First breeze, you standing by the window, city light on your cheek. I said nothing worth remembering. You said everything would be in there with me. You let it fade against the bar. I like that more than I should have there. That's the ugliest part. I always act so easy, right when I want too much. I call it being careful, you call it not saying enough. You laughed when I went quiet, said you only get this still when the room starts feeling honest, and you think I might not stay until. Street warm, sky darker, ice thin on the glass. You moved one step closer and made the whole night change that fast. First breeze, through the curtains, through your head, to my guard. First breeze, and everything in me that was loud went soft and hard. First breeze, you're standing by the window, city light on your cheek. I said nothing worth remembering. You said everything would be in there with me. And the kitchen clock hit midnight, and the building pipes came on. You took my lighter from the counter, turned it over in your palm. No kiss for a second, just your knee touching mine, that small. And I felt it like a door give way inside. You said, don't make this into weather. I said, too late for that. First breeze, after the heat wave, after all the noise downstairs. First breeze, and your hand on my wrist, like maybe you had always meant to leave it there. First breeze, morning not here yet, but the room already blue. I kept trying not to name it. You kept making that what it means. Covering by the window, one hoop earring on the sill, curtain lifting with the dawn line, street beginning under the hill. First breeze through the hallway door, half open, keys in hand. You look back like nothing happened. I look back like I could still feel where you stand. Street sweep under the window, ice gone in my drink. Your earring on the sink side, blue shirt half unzipped. Friends still in the hallway, laughing through the wall. You said don't make this heavy, like I don't do that at all. Your room key by the lighter, my phone face down on mute. I watch the curtain breathing, you watch me dodge the truth. You stay light, I may weather out a little thing. Taxi glow on the ceiling, 5 a.m. on your stove. You asked me what I wanted, I said whatever goes. That was such a weak lie. You felt it when it fell. I liked you harder, pulling back, and I know that says enough. You touched the chain, lock softly, didn't look me in the eyes. Said we don't have to call this. I said maybe that's the price. Stay light in my hands, in the room, in your voice. Stay light while I turn every pause into noise. You moved easy through the after. I kept looking for a sign. You stay light right beside me. I was the one crossing lines. Then the kettle started and the whole place changed. No speech, just morning coming up the drain. You put my jacket on me like I might miss the cold. And for a second I believe not everything gets told. To stay light on your mouth, on the glass, on the bed. Stay light while I kept adding weight in my head. You moved easy through the after. I kept asking it to mean more than one night, more than blue light, more than what we let it be. still tucked inside the console lid. Said you keep little proofs of everything. I said only the things I miss. You let that sit between us. Garage lights buzzing overhead, then laid your hand over mine like mercy mixed with threat. No kiss, just your bum moving once and that was enough. You said you always want me softer when I'm halfway out of reach. So hard, nowhere to hide. Whole city under us and your knee against my side. So hard, you gave me away in a glass of the windshield and the way I said your name. So hard, past last call, past the part where I pretend I don't feel this at all. So hard, first light coming, then you're tying up your hair like morning let you in. Elevator somewhere, metal singing through the floor, pink line over the buildings, your earring by the door. One car starting, one bird cutting through the blue, slow hard in the rear view, and all of it's still you. Your hair still smells like outside, like elevator steel and rain. You came in with your work face on, then let it fall somewhere by the sink. One heel off, one heel on, backdrop by the chair. You said long day, I said I could tell. And all that city noise kept running, like we owed it something. After 6, you get honest, not in words, just in the way you stay. After 6, the room gets softer, and all your careful edges give away. I don't ask, you don't promise. We let the street lights do their tricks, but you're never more like yourself than after 6. Phone face down, jacket half folded, wine going warm too fast. You stood there reading nothing off the dark side of the glass. I said you can leave whenever, you said that's not what this is. I hate how calm you sound when you know exactly where I live. Truth is, I like you most when you're almost gone. After 6, you get honest, not in words, just in the way you stay. After 6, the room gets softer, and all your careful edges give away. I don't ask, you don't promise. We let the street lights do their tricks, but you're never more like yourself than after 6. Down on the avenue, somebody yelled for a cab. Your hand found mine by accident, then didn't take it back. No big scene, no big line, just your thumb moving once, like you were checking if I was still there. After 6, I stopped pretending that I don't wait for that look in your eyes. After 6, you stop performing like the whole day taught you how to hide. I don't win, you don't fix me. We just let the silence mix, and I hear the truth come through you. honestly. You took the coast road slowly, one hand loose on the wheel, salt still drying on your shoulders, dash light on your rings. The car smelled like sunscreen, and the cigarettes you quit. You said don't make tonight too serious. I said I never do, we both heard it. Red light, windows down, your hair in my mouth. You laughed, kept driving like you knew I'd stay. Easy drift down the shoreline, no one saying what this is. Easy drift, your knee against mine, half the truth and little things like this. Easy drift, radio low, city getting small behind us. Easy drift, I let go just enough to ride beside just your shoulder near my chest. Everything moves softer when you stop acting tough. When your hand stays on my wrist, like maybe that's enough. Everything moves softer past the hallway noise. You don't say you want me, but you lean in like a choice. Move softer after midnight. Move softer when it's true. Ice turned into water. Lip mark on the glass. You asked me if I meant it. I let the question pass. That was my ugly part. I like the almost more. I like you best in doorways with one hand near the door. You laughed without looking. That cut me more than blame. Said you only get this tender when you're scared I'll do the same. One step, half gone. Whole room holding on. Everything moves softer when you stop acting tough. When your hand stays on my wrist, like maybe that's enough. Everything moves softer past the hallway noise. You don't say you want me, but you lean in like a choice. And the pipes talked in the walls, and the song ran out. You fixed my collar slowly like you were helping out. No speech, just breathe. Street wash, blue at the edge. I should've said stay. I only said your name. Everything moves softer when the city loses shape. When your eyes don't judge mine, and mine don't look away. Everything moves softer right before first light. You were never all mine, but you were here all night. Truck on the corner, your earrings by the sink. Curtain lifting with the morning before either one could think. Move softer, door half open, keys cold in your hand. You came in soft haired, sun still on your arms. Left your sandals by the doorway, dropped your rings into the dish. Outside scooters on the road, inside the fan on low. You stood there at the sea facing glass, like you were waiting to be told. I said long day, you said don't start. So I poured the drink and kept my distance. Blue room, late skin, whole coast leaning in. By the sea window, you looked almost mine. City on your voicemail, pink left in the sky. By the sea window, nothing had to move. Your hand on the frame, my mouth lazy in the room, showed his teeth. You pulled the curtain halfway, came closer, then not quite. Said, don't make me choose a name for what I do on nights like this. No kiss, just your shoulder, warm against my arm, and that hurt more. By the sea window, night came in slow. Boats cut little signals far out in the glow. By the sea window, I stopped asking why. You stayed till the first chill, then dressed without a lie. By the sea window, I let the moment be your lipstick on the glass, the rest on me. Morning found your hair tied, hooked on the balcony chair. One go over the water, one cup ring left there. Sea window, half open, white curtain, small swing. I watch the road wake up without touching a thing. When the heat fades and the room stops spinning, I can hear what I wanted, under what I was saying. When the heat fades, you get harder to read. I look good in the moment, bad at what comes after me. We left the rooftop late, smoke in your hair, city on your dress. You said you hated loud places, then stayed through the loudest set. In the ride down, you die against mine. One of us looked out the window, one of us kept checking the time. Back in my place, the heels by the door. You asked me for cold water like you'd done this here before. Kitchen light, half bright, your mouth red from the night. When the heat fades and the room stops spinning, I can hear what I wanted, under what I was saying. When the heat fades, you get harder to read. I look good in the moment, bad at what comes after me. Your phone buzzed once, you let it die. I like that more than I should have. That's the part I never liked. You stood there at the counter, turning my glass in your hand. Said you only get dishonest when you think I won't stay. That landed ugly, because it wasn't wrong. I always want the after, before the night is gone. Heat fades, truth stays. between between your hand and mine, between the words you almost said and what we left behind. Something stayed between all night in plain sight. You moved like it was nothing. I wore it like a light. The ice had turned to water. Your lipstick marked the glass. You said don't make me mean more than a good night meant to last. I laughed like I was with you, but you could hear the edge. I always want the doorway right when you're near the ledge. Your ride was on the corner, 3 minutes, maybe 4. You stood there fixing nothing with one hand on the door. Then you looked at me different, not soft, just true, and said you only want me when I'm about to move. Something stayed between your hand and mine, between the words you almost said and what we left behind. Something stayed between all night in plain sight. You moved like it was nothing. I wore it like a light. No music now, just pipes and street noise. Your name in my mouth with nowhere to go. Something stayed between the bed and home, between the way you held my gaze and didn't call it all. Something stayed between long after first light. You took your shape back with you. I kept the afterlife. Elevator closing, morning on the tile. Your cup ring by the window stayed with me a while. Your shoes were by the balcony. One sock on, one gone. Someone speaker in the next building, still playing something wrong. You leaned against the rail with the city on your arms, hair tied in your teeth, phone face down in your palm. I said you should get home. You said don't start that now. Like we both been holding off the part that always shows up late. Street below, gold and silver, sky above, losing black drew a line across the rail. Said I come up here for distance and somehow end up here as well. No kiss for a minute, just your knee against my thigh. And that was the whole turn, not fireworks, just the part where we stop lying. Everything turns more blue, ooh, when the first light hits your face, ooh, when the world gets clean around us, ooh, and nothing's in its place. Everything turns more blue. The shirt you stole, the morning news you timed back your hair like you already knew. More blue, door half open, more blue, keys in your hand, more blue, and somehow closer than either one of us had planned. Milk truck at the corner, cold cup on the chair, one earring by the plant pot, salt still in the air. You took the stairs, not the elevator. I watched until you were through. City getting louder, sky getting more blue. Window cracked, 6:30. Traffic talking under us. You were barefoot in the kitchen, pouring something into cups. Your bag still by the doorway, one earring on the shelf. You said don't read into tonight, like I could help myself. The sun was leaving slowly, but it hadn't left the room. Your hair kept catching gold, then giving it up too soon. No plans, no speech, just your hand brushing me. Open evening, nothing locked yet. No one saying where this goes. Open evening, secret breathing, warm air moving through our clothes. You looked easy, I went under, like I always do. Open evening, half a promise, hold down, pull to you. Friends kept sending voice notes, you let everyone go blue. I like them more than I should've, yeah, I wanted all of you. That was the ugly part, I felt it when it came, the kind that hides its patience, but mostly wants a name. Eyes melted in the glass, rain, street light, climb the wall. You said stay till it feels wrong, I stay past that after all. No kiss for a while, just that look held too long. Open evening, nothing locked yet. No one saying where this goes. Open evening, secret breathing, warm air moving through our clothes. You looked easy, your bag by the radiator. Stood there, half in your coat. Down on Houston, the siren dragged. Someone laughed outside the bar. You asked me for a charger, I handed you mine. Your screen lit up your whole face, then you turned it upside down. No music, just traffic, and that old vent kicking on. You crossed the room to say nothing, and somehow that's sad enough. When the city's soft and the street goes blue, I hear the worst in me reaching for you. When the city's soft and the windows shake, you look almost honest, I almost stay. City soft, your mouth my name. Half of it me, half of it late. Your friends were still at the diner, mine were blowing up my phone. You said don't make this heavier. I said I know that lie came easy, too easy. I wear calm like dented clothes. Truth is I liked you most when you were hard to hold and easy to lose. Your lipstick on the bottle, my keys under the bill. You stood there by the curtain like the room had lost its will. No kiss for a minute, just your thumb on my wrist. You looked at me like I talk too much, right when I do. When the city's soft and the street goes blue, I hear the worst in me reaching for you. When the city's soft and the windows shake, you look almost honest, I almost stay. City soft, your mouth my name. Half of it me, half of it late. Hallway light, then through the door, cab app spinning on your phone. You said I can leave right now, I said that's not what I want. You said I know. And the pipes clicked and the room got smaller. Your earring on the sink, my heart getting louder. I wanted to ask who kept calling, I wanted to act like I didn't care. You moved in close to fix my collar, that small kindness did the damage there. When the city's soft and first light shows, I stop acting tough and it always shows. When the city's soft and your guard comes down, I want too much from this one town. City soft, no one to blame, just wet pavement and your name. City soft, you touch my hand like you might stay, like you know you can. Milk truck, crosswalk, grate on the fire escape. Your charge like we both gone out too far. Hello, tide, everything shows what got buried, what is still hope. Hello, tide, you get honest, not in words, just in how you don't go. Tide, room gone quiet, white curtain peeling blue. Low tide, I see too much and still lean back to you. Your phone lit up from nowhere, you let it fade, then smile. I hated how that relieved me, yeah, that part's not my best side. You sat down by the window, knees pulled to your chest, said I only come here when I need less of everything. I should've left it gentle, instead I asked less of who. You laughed without looking, said you always do that too. Late hour, small room, whole coast pressed to the glass. Hello, tide, everything shows what got buried, what still holds. Hello, tide, you get honest, not in words, just in how you don't go. Tide, room gone quiet, white curtain peeling blue. Low tide, see too much and still lean back to you. Then the minibar hummed and the scooter cut the dark. You reached for my wrist like you were checking for a spark. No kiss for a second, just your thumb moving once. You said you only want the truth when it sounds good on you. That one stay. Hello, tide, nothing hides long, not the one, not what went wrong. Hello, tide, you got closer, like leaving could wait till dawn. Hello, tide, cup rain drying, keys cold by the sink. Low tide, I almost asked you to be more than what you think. First go, blue morning, sand stuck to your heel. Door chain, coffee, the sea, not far enough to heal. Mm-hmm. 11:47 on the oven, your bag on the chair. Wet mark from your glass and your rings by the sink. The street was doing its usual, sirens, bike, somebody laughing too hard. But in here, nothing dramatic, just your coat half off and that look you get when you're deciding. You asked if I had coffee, like that was why you came. No thunder, no scene, just you and me. Your group chat kept lighting up, blue on your hand. You turned face down and I like that more than I should. That's the part I don't dress up. I won't come until calm chooses me. Then suddenly I want proof. You stood by the window reading the black glass. Said don't make tonight mean more before it has a chance to be good. No weather tonight, only get jealous when things are going fine. That one stayed in the room long after the kettle clicked, long after you crossed to me and fixed my collar with 2 fingers. That was the turn, no exit, no game, just the part where a night gets a pulse. No weather tonight, nothing to blame. No rain on the forecast, no wind in the frame. No weather tonight, no reason to hide, just your mouth going quiet and my name on your mind. No weather tonight, so tell me the truth. If you're here for a minute, why'd you come in like you knew? You sat on the counter, bare legs, my white shirt, taxi light moving across, you then gone. Said I come here when I don't want noise. I said, then why me? You didn't answer fast, just slid my lighter back across the stone and let your knee touch mine. That was enough. No weather tonight, clear all the way through, nothing outside us doing what we do. No weather tonight, first train pale blue, you're tying your hair up like morning asked you to. No weather tonight, and still I got hit, not by a storm, just by how easy you fit. Cup ring on the counter, one hoop by the stove, elevator humming, milk drop down below, your perfume in the hallway, my shirt twisted on the floor. No weather in the city, just your hand leaving the door. Leaving the door. We were held by dusk, not love, not luck, just that hour when the city goes quiet enough. Held by dusk, your hand on the rail, mine close by, like I might fail. Held by dusk, before the dark gets loud, you looked at me like we weren't lost in a crowd. You came up with peaches in the paper bag, sun still on your shoulders, keys clipped to your tag. The market was closing, chairs up on the square. You kicked off your sandals, left one earring in your hair. I opened both windows, let the first blue screen. Held by dusk, your mouth my name. Both of us careful, both of us playing the same game. Held by dusk till the first bar filled, till the neighbor lit a cigarette, till the whole street chilled. Held by dusk, and I knew by then you'd leave before morning, but stay long enough to get in. Peach skin on the counter, we're save us. You stood there in the doorway, fixing nothing on your sleeve. Said, don't ask me what this means. Right when I was starting to need it, I laughed like I was easy. You know that laugh by now, the one I use when jealousy tries to talk through my mouth. That's the ugly little truth. I wanted more the second you got kind. I only act this cool when I'm already out of line. We kept light till the street turned silver, till the first train sounded underneath the hill. We kept light, put your hand on my shoulder, like if we named it too soon, we'd be left with the bill. Kept light, you and I, like it wasn't pulling all night.